Sonic games on the GBA are always quite popular with the Sonic community at large, more specifically the Sonic Advance games, but there was one Sonic game that really does get overlooked a lot, and is even connected to them as well as the overarching story of Sonic as a whole, at least in the 2000s, and that Sonic game would be none other than Sonic Battle. Sonic Battle is an isometric fighting game where up to 4 players compete in a 3D arena for the most KOs or in a last man standing style format. This is also one of the only 2 Sonic fighting games to ever exist, which is such a shame because these characters all have these abilities that were really only utilized for a fighting game format this one time. I am not counting Sonic the Fighters because, like, what the fuck, man? Some goofy ass cartoon shit. Also, that game is fucking hard as hell. Anyways, why don't we look at this 2003 classic? Let's review the GBA's Sonic Battle. Now before I get into it, let me tell you all a story. I've been playing this game for a very long time, ever since middle school really. I would always bring my flash drive with an emulator on it in order to play it on the computers, but one day playing this game, it became the death of me, and oh my gosh, it was one hell of a time. I got caught playing in class and I got in trouble. That's basically without sugarcoating it. This game's best aspect in my opinion is probably its story, so let's go over that instead. Alright, the game starts off with Eggman calling a robot a useless piece of shit, which by the way is very unnecessary. Take a chill pill, doctor. He throws it onto the beach, in which Sonic later on finds it in a busted up state. This robot then tries to tell him to show him its power in some broken up non-functioning speech. After Sonic does this, which I don't know how he does this. Does he like do all of his moves right in front of him, or does he charge up like a Dragon Ball character? I don't know. There's only so much you can do with a text-based still image style format because it's the GBA. This game does manage to convey what it's trying to show most of the time, but in some situations like this, you just can't tell any idea what the fuck is going on. But anyway, once Sonic shows his power, he then establishes a link with the robot, meaning the robot now sees him as its master, so Sonic tries to take it to Tails in order to fix the damn thing. Not without fighting Shadow first, though. Can't have a Sonic game without these two getting into a conflict in some way. Again, in the 2000s anyway. But yes, after all of that is said and done, it is discovered by Tails that this robot is capable of adopting attack techniques that it sees by using skill points, and that it can grow even further by utilizing the power of the Chaos Emeralds. So majority of this game is all of the main characters almost raising this robot, teaching it not just techniques, but also other things and lessons too. The name that is given to it by Sonic is known as Emerald. This is Emerald the Gizoid. He's the main character of the game as we follow him on his journey to grow and develop as not just a robot, but also a real living being. But yeah, if you didn't realize it yet, this game follows a character story format just like of all the other adventure-style Sonic games, except this game is different. All the stories take place one after another instead of at the same time, in order to form one cohesive timeline of events that flow perfectly into one another. Sonic holds his hand throughout his story, protecting him and having fun teaching him all of his techniques. Tails uncovers more of the truth about Emerald with the help of Rouge. Rouge also just tries to make him into a jewel thief because, of course, you know, she is a bitch after all. Knuckles shows Emerald the true meaning of strength. Amy tries to help him like she's a mother because she is extremely flanderized in this game. Think of Heroes Amy, but like 5 times worse. Cream appears in this game, which is cool too because this is technically an advanced game.
Cream style? What the fuck does that even mean?
He basically helps Emerald learn what emotions are, and he starts to feel them himself. And of course Shadow. Shadow helps him learn what he truly is, a battle weapon just like him. But thanks to Gerald Robotnik, was given a greater purpose in life, to bring hope to humanity. That's probably the simplest way I could go over the story because it's actually quite long and cohesive, but that's all you need to know, is that basically, Sonic and his friends teach Emerald morals and values as well as, of course, fighting! So let's go into the gameplay! So with the name Sonic Battle, this is obviously a fucking fighting game. I mean, come on! Each character has a main 4-hit combo, with 3 normal attacks into a heavy attack that sends the opponent flying! Once you hit someone with a heavy attack, you can then choose to pursue them and spike them back into the ground if they hit a wall. Some spikes, or aim attacks, as the game likes to call them, can hit opponents without needing to knock them into a wall. If you are on the opposite side of the spectrum, which, skill issue by the way, but you can rebound off of a wall if you hold the direction away from where you were knocked. If you rebound, it's basically whoever reacts first wins the exchange because you're able to spike the person that was just attacking you, giving you the advantage. The mechanic by itself makes every encounter feel fresh and rewarding when you can pull off a full combo and make them eat shit in the process. There is also an obligatory normal air attack that everyone also has, as well as a dash attack. These can make for some good combo starters and enders to catch someone sleeping. Combat is quick and simple, but effective, and perfect for a Sonic fighting game. The most meaningful interactions can go by so fast, and it's so fun to rack up damage on people. And of course we have the special moves. Each character has a projectile special move, a power special move, and a bomb special move, as well as aerial versions of each one. Before spawning in when a fight starts, or after you get KO'd, you can choose a ground special, an aerial special, and an automatic blocking against the third special you pick, that your opponents may or may not be using. Some character specials are extremely overpowered compared to others. For instance, Shadow. His power special almost one-shots people. Like, what the hell? And then there's Gamma, who, yes, is a playable character in this game, has a special that's just fucking blowing himself up. Which catches me off guard a couple times, but I swear to God, if I hear that stupid-ass initiating recovery mode one more time, I'm going to lose my marbles! Idiot! Specials are a good way to spice up the gameplay, and they can be spammable and annoying. But that's why choosing which type to auto-block against can be integral to your success. Speaking of blocking, it's more like a parry shield in this game that deflects your opponent's attack.
Oh, fuck.
Stunning them if you do it correctly. If you hold block, you can actually start healing too, which is necessary because you can lose a lot of health from one interaction. One more thing to mention about combat in particular is that this little gauge on top of the health. If it fills up all the way, your character starts flashing and you can use a special move on someone, and if it connects,
What the fuck?
it one-shots. Period. They instantly get KO'd. However, if you block that one-hit move, your meter fills up instantly, which is nice. Matches can be in a KO or survival format, where you can rack up a certain amount of KOs to win, or be the last one standing, with a set amount of lives respectively. The game is actually really fun and quite in-depth. The character moves are great, and they show everyone's personality, like Sonic using breakdance moves to attack, or Tails using his inventions, Amy using her hammer, or Shadow using his chaos powers. It all comes together to make something amazing. Each character's moves aren't specific to them, however. Introducing Emerald Skill Customization! You will be spending a lot of time here when you play the game. Emerald can adopt any character's attack techniques, even down to their fighting style, guarding, healing, etc. I genuinely wonder how long it took for the sprite artist working on this game to draw every sprite of Emerald doing all the moves. He starts out with an extremely neutered Sonic moveset, as Sonic was the first person he linked with. But after each fight in the story, you can get one skill from every character that participated in said fight. You can get repeats, which is definitely annoying, but that's the main reason a lot of fights in the story have two phases in them, which a lot of people do think.
Stop fucking stuttering.
It is bullshit. It makes sense when you think about it, giving more opportunities for Emerald to gain new skills from a gameplay perspective. But I do agree story-wise, it's annoying when you beat someone, and then they say, do it again, but it takes longer. You can't just equip every move you get though. You need a certain number of skill points to equip the move. How many is determined by how many stars the move is. For instance, Sonic's heavy attack is 3 stars, so it costs 15 skill points. The value of skills are determined in increments of 5. Skill points are also earned by completing battles in the story. If you complete a battle but get KO'd at any point, you get 1 skill point. If you complete a battle but take damage at any point, but you don't get KO'd, you get 2. And if you don't even get hit a single time, you get 5. As you can imagine, the game rewards you more if you perform better at the game, but it can also encourage a bitchy, campy playstyle in order to not get hit. The Worlds. The world of Sonic Battle takes place in a fairly small, compact, but appropriately connected map that you navigate with the... Oh my god, is that a mouse? In my GBA game. What is this, fucking FNAF? I joke. It is kind of pointy and clicky, but that is alright. The main locations are Emerald Town, Central City, Night Babylon, Holy Shit, I meant Holy Summit, and the Gimme Shelter. Gimme $500! Of course, with each area holding multiple different battle arenas for you to duke it out in, with an unlockable Green Hill Zone arena when you beat the game. Just another green hill to add to my collection, am I right? Another thing to note is the art style. I love it so much. It's like Ruffles. It's got all the ridges. I even tried to replicate it in my thumbnail. I think I did a fairly good job. I just love unique art styles anyway. It's amazing. Each character has multiple stills for whenever they're talking. Sometimes when they talk, it's a bit... She called him Daddy!
Thanks, Big Blue.
But yeah, the settings and locations are what you would expect for what is honestly an adventure-style Sonic game, and if you say it's not, then you're lying to yourself. The Climax! Once you beat the 7 main stories, you unlock the final story, which is Emerald's. He was fully awakened with all 7 Chaos Emeralds thanks to everyone, and is extremely powerful. But same as always. Under a normal circumstance, activating his true power would cause him to conquer and destroy. But due to Shadow and Rouge figuring out the code that Gerald Robotnik programmed into him, he has become unchanged. It doesn't stop Eggman from making another Death Egg though and threatening the world. Yep, we're doing this again. Look at them, rehashing shit all the way back in 2003. And I thought Forces was bad. Sonic and Tails basically leave it up to Emerald to defeat him, as they are all confident that he can do it with ease. That stupid ass Eggman fight was pretty annoying though, because he has the same self-destruct bullshit Gamma has. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. In Emerald's story, you can also fight and learn moves from Chaos. Yeah, that Chaos. I think it's a cool, cheeky little bit of fan service. But back on topic! Emerald defeats Eggman and lets him go, but this is to his detriment, as Eggman finally manages to take control of him due to the enormous power of the final Egg Blaster, as he calls it. It's basically like that Pitch Cannon from Sonic Adventure 2, to simple it down for you. This also backfires because Emerald actually points it towards the Earth and starts a countdown to shoot at it, leaving Sonic with no other choice but to go up there and stop Emerald with the power of the Master Emerald, and it broke. He broke it! I can't believe this! Exclamation mark, question mark. Damn, Knuckles is gonna be pissed. Good luck finding those pieces again, buddy. Anyway, I always thought that was a funny little plot point, because it just didn't need to be there. Either way, Sonic fights Emerald, and the outcome is the same. Sonic has to kill what is basically his child in a way. Something he raised. Something he helped grow. But it just couldn't take all the energy it's acquired. Thus, Emerald self-destructs and dies. With everyone sad and distraught over the whole ordeal, Tails wonders that if the world was truly a peaceful place, with no wars or fighting, that if they would be able to see him again, in which Sonic replies, in a very Sonic-y fashion, yeah, definitely. And who knows, maybe that day will come. Thank you all ever so much for watching my Sonic Battle review. It was a lot longer than I expected, but I just cannot shut up when I talk about this game. It will always hold a special place in my heart as it's one of my favorite Sonic games of all time. And while yes, it does have its flaws, the game is not balanced. I am looking at you, Tails and Shadow. Some characters are broken compared to others, and that's just like the major flaw of it all. But it is still a fun and simple arena-style fighter with my favorite Sonic characters, old and new. And while Emerald had to be put down by the person who raised him, he'll always live on in the memories of others. This game's story is one of the best in the entire series, and I don't think I can give it enough justice. But who knows? Maybe one day this game won't be so overlooked. It's not a masterpiece, but it does have the potential to bring hope to humanity.
Shut the fuck up!